Hello everyone, myself Rameshwari Holkar and I am Center Head at Excel Civils Academy, Hyderabad. In the previous session, we have completed the three important tributaries of the river Indus. In today's session, we are going to cover the rest of the three tributaries. One is Beas, Ravi and Satluj. So, let's start with this session with this river Ravi. But before starting and entering the river Ravi and its understanding, I would like to give you some basic understanding with the physiography of Himachal Pradesh, because three important tributaries of river Indus originate from the region of Himachal Pradesh. So let's understand what is exactly the topography of this region, which are the Himalayan ranges, passes and what is their direction. Remember that there is a greater Himalaya passes from this, or that chain is there in the northern part of this Himachal range or Himachal Pradesh. So basically Lahul Spiti region as well as Kinnur is one of the district lies in this region of the greater Himalaya. Again there is a Pir Panjal range. Below that there is a Dhauladhar range. Dhauladhar range run through the region of the Kulu, Mandi as well as from the region of Chamba, Kangra. So this is very important range. Dhauladhar range is important range in the region of Himachal Pradesh. Also remember that at the base or at the southern portion of this Himachal Pradesh, Shivalik range lies. So Greater Himalaya, Lesser Himalayas, Pir Panjal and Dhauladhar range as well as Shivalik, all these three ranges are basically running through the region of the Himachal Pradesh. So remember, from this area, from this area of Himachal Pradesh, three tributaries of the river Indus originate. One is a Chenab, that in the previous session we have already covered the river Chenab. It originates from the greater Himalaya, from the region of the Lahul and Spiti, right? The second river that is there from the region of the Himachal Pradesh is the river Beas. Beas and Ravi. So Chenab, Ravi and Beas, all these three rivers or the tributary, left bank tributary of the river Indus originate from the region of the Himachal Pradesh but from a very different ranges. For example, as I said that Chenab originate in the greater Himalaya. Likewise, the Ravi originate in the Dhauladhar range and the rest of the river which originate in the Pir Panjal range. So Beas originate in the Pir Panjal, Ravi originate in the Dhauladhar range and Chenab originate in the greater Himalaya. But all three rivers originate from the region of Himachal Pradesh itself. That is the reason this topic is very, very important, because micro level also UPSC is asking question. So in this session, along with this river, we are going to learn about this wetland, also the multi-purpose projects and some minor tributaries of the river Indus as well. So we will enter and understand about the river Ravi. So Ravi, as I said, originate from the region of the Dhauladhar range, from the northern slope of Dhauladhar in the region of the Himachal Pradesh. From the Kulu district, it originates and parallelly it passes from the Dhauladhar range. It doesn't cross the Dhauladhar. Through this between Pir Panjal and Dhauladhar, it passes from the Kulu district and it enters in the region of Chamba. So the Chamba valley has formed because of this river Ravi. And then after, remember that Dalhousie Hills, it passes or flows through the base of the Dalhousie Hill. So it originates in the Dhauladhar range and between the Dhauladhar and Pir Panjal, and it flows parallel to the Dhauladhar range and then enter into Jammu and Kashmir Union Territory. So river Ravi originates from the Himachal Pradesh as a state. So in one state it flows and other union territory, that is Jammu and Kashmir, it flows through the Jammu and Kashmir territory. So from these two regions of Indian territory, it flows. Remember that its mouth or its confluence is there with the Chenab river in the Pakistan region. So we will see some basic information. Again, I am repeating the same information. It originates in the Dhauladhar range, Bara Bengal region. If you remember, you can, or otherwise it is not that important. Its mouth is there in the Chenab river. Chamba town is situated on the right bank of this river. Also remember that Ravi river flows by the foothill of Dalhousie Hills. Okay, and these are the two important facts for the history, that Ravi river is known as a Iravati in Sanskrit and it is known as a Purushani in the Vedic time. So these are the two information important. Again, one of the very, very important information that it is the smallest tributary of the river Indus. Some people get confusion whether the Beas is smallest tributary or Ravi is the smallest tributary. Remember that river Ravi is the smallest tributary of this Indus Punjab rivers. Okay, and also remember Ravi river flows to the one of the important city Lahore of the Pakistan. So this much of the information is also important. Remember Ooj multipurpose project, which is located in the region of Jammu and Kashmir Union Territory, was also a conflicting area between India and Pakistan. Is that Ooj multipurpose project is also located on the river Ravi. So these are very small facts are important to remember: where it originates, where is its mouth, and which multipurpose project is located on the river Ravi. Remember that it is the smallest tributary. The next important tributary that we are going to learn is the Beas River. Now, river Beas originate in the Pir Panjal range. From the Pir Panjal range, there is important pass. That pass is the Rohtang Pass. From the Rohtang Pass, this river originates from the range of Pir Panjal range. So now, where is it exactly? It is again nearby this Kulu region. Okay, from the Kulu again, from the Pir Panjal range, from the Rohtang Pass, the river Beas originate. Then it moved little bit south. Okay, and then it cut to this mighty Dhauladhar range. So by cutting this mighty Dhauladhar range, it creates a very beautiful gorge, and that it enter in the Mandi region. So even though it starts from the Pir Panjal, it cross and cut this Dhauladhar range, and that it enter the southern part of this Dhauladhar range. Literally, it touched to the region of the Shivalik as well. So from there again it flows through the Kangra valley, and after that it enters the region of Punjab. So remember, three mighty Himalayan ranges this river Beas touch. One is from Pir Panjal, from where it originate. It cross and cut to the region of the Dhauladhar range, and then again it touch, literally it come to the foothill of this Shivalik, and then it enter in the region of Punjab. So this much of information is very important to remember with respect to the river Beas and where is the Rohtang Pass. So it originated in the Beas Kund in the Himachal Pradesh, nearby the Rohtang Pass, in the Pir Panjal range in the Kulu district. Remember, the Satluj river is in the, basically it is again confluence with the river Satluj. Okay, its Sanskrit name is a Vipasha, and then Kanjli wetland is there on the river Beas. So Kanjli wetland, it is there in the Punjab. It is a Ramsar wetland site. India has around 75 wetland sites, and one of them is the Kanjli, which is there in the Punjab, located on the river Beas. Please remember that. Also, we will see the next important information about this next river, that is a Satluj river. So now, Satluj river, it is a transboundary river. Even all the rivers or all the tributaries of the river Indus are a transboundary river. Likewise, this Satluj is also a transboundary river, but it doesn't originate in India. It originates in the same region or the same place where the river Brahmaputra, river Indus as well as river Ghagra originate. That is in the Manasarovar lake in the Kailash range. So this river Satluj originates from the Tibetan region of China, from the China's Tibetan plateau, and that it enters in India through the Shipkila Pass. So now this Shipkila Pass is there on the Greater Himalayan range. So again, it cut that mighty Greater Himalayan mountain range, and it enters in India through Shipkila Pass, right? So now see this through this diagram, it will be easy for you. As I said, from the Kailash range, it originates nearby the Manasarovar lake, which is a Rakshasthal lake, which is also known as the Manasarovar Rakshasthal lake. From there it originates, then it enters through Shipkila Pass from the mighty Greater Himalayan range, enter in India in the state of Himachal Pradesh, and from there it start flowing, right? Again, I will show you through this better map. You can see this, right? And again, remember, this is the Satluj river. Right, and on this Satluj river, there is an important dam which is known as a Govinda Sagar Dam. Remember Govinda Panta Sagar Dam that we have seen in the previous class, which is there in the Rihand Dam or the Rihand River, which is the Son's right bank tributary. But this is a Govinda Dam, Govinda Sagar Dam, which is located on the Satluj river, and on that dam itself, this Govinda Sagar Reservoir, it is not a dam, basically again we consider it as a dam, but Govinda Sagar Reservoir, on that reservoir there is a Bhakra and Nangal projects are there. So Bhakra Nangal projects are there on the border of Himachal Pradesh as well as Punjab. So on this border of Himachal Pradesh and Punjab, there is a Bhakra Nangal project, multi-purpose project, which is there on the Govinda Sagar Reservoir. So this is India's third largest reservoir according to the volume of water it stored. The first is the Indira Sagar Dam or Indira Sagar Reservoir, which is there on the Narmada River in Madhya Pradesh. And the second is also there, which is the Nagarjuna Sagar Dam, which is located on the river Krishna in Andhra Pradesh. So these are the two important, the major dams, and third is this Govinda Sagar Reservoir. Remember that fact also. And then Satluj River, while again passing from the Punjab, it meet with the another or has a confluence with another river, which is the Beas River. So Beas and Satluj confluence nearby the Harike. So Harike is also wetland, which is a Ramsar site wetland. So from the Harike, again it enter in the region of Punjab. From the Punjab, it enter into the region of Pakistan. Remember that. So there are two important, or basically three important wetlands are there. One is a Ropar wetland. Ropar wetland, it is there in the Punjab, in the southern bank of the, or southern side of the river Satluj. Also there is a Harike wetland in the Punjab where Beas and Satluj river confluence. As well as remember, there is this Nangal wetland, or which is known as the Nangal Wildlife Sanctuary on this Bhakra Nangal project. This is also part of this Ramsar wetland site. So in the Punjab, there are three wetland sites. One is a Nangal, Bhakra Nangal Wildlife Sanctuary, other is Ropar, and third is the Harike Wildlife Sanctuary or Harike wetland. So these are the three important wetland are situated on the river Satluj, and Beas meet or the confluence with the Satluj in the Punjab. So we will understand with the preliminary examination some of the important facts. I am again repeating the same. You can take screenshot of this information. As in the previous class I have mentioned, I am covering maximum best of the resources from NCERT, Khuller as well as encyclopedia. So you can club together all of this information. You can take screenshot, also make your own notes. So it originated in the Manasarovar Rakshasthal Lake in Tibetan region. Its mouth is confluence with the Chenab in the Pakistan. Okay, it flows through the three countries, that is China, India as well as in the Pakistan. Okay, it enters in India through the Shipkila Pass in the Himachal Pradesh through the greater Himalayan range. Again, there is a Bhakra Nangal project. We will see some few small information. Satluj flows up to the Govinda Sagar Lake, as I mentioned, where the Bhakra Nangal Dam is built on the border of Punjab and Himachal Pradesh. Again, this Bhakra Dam or reservoir, which is also known as a Govinda Sagar, and this is the third largest reservoir with respect to the water capacity. Ropar wetland is there on the Punjab. Also, why this Bhakra Nangal project has constructed, the reason is that, or the aim, the basic aim was that to avoid the flooding or to secure or to take preventive measures from the flooding between the Satluj and Beas river. Also second purpose were for irrigation as well as hydroelectric project. So this is important information. As I said that Nangal Wildlife Sanctuary is also located, and also remember this. Okay, apart from that, remember that Indus also provides the water in the region of run of Kutch or from the creek in the Gujarat. So if there will be a small information comes in the preliminary examination, apart from these all states, riparian state of the Indus river like Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand as well as Punjab, but maximum from Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh and Punjab. 2 states, 1 union territory. It also has connection with the region of the Gujarat as well. Please remember that. So by this we have completed 3 important rivers. One is Ravi, Beas and Satluj. Ravi has its origin in the Dhauladhar range. Beas has origin in the Pir Panjal range. Both of them are there in Himachal Pradesh. And Satluj is there. It comes from the Tibetan region, enter in India through the Shipkila Pass through the Greater Himalaya. Beas and Satluj meet to each other in the Harike. Harike wetland has formed over there in the Punjab. This is a man-made wetland as what Bhakra Nangal project is. So these are few important MCQs, preliminary based question. I want all of you to solve these MCQs. I have added 6 MCQs and I want you to write down the answer in the comment box below. This will be a great engaging activity which is going to help me, which is also an encouraging for me further to put and research myself and also make a best material as much as possible from my side. So there is a first question. With reference to the Indus River system, which of the following statement are correct? The first option, Chenab originate in the Greater Himalayan range. Second option, Ravi originate at Dhauladhar range. And third option, Beas originate at Pir Panjal range. Select the correct answer using the code given below. Only one, only two, only 1 and 3 and only 2 and 3. So these are the 4 options I have given through this question. Please comment your answer in the comment box below. It will be really great and encouraging for me as well. Second question, the river Ravi flows through which of the following mountain ranges? The first, Dhauladhar range and Pir Panjal range. Second, Great Himalaya range and Dhauladhar range. Or between Pir Panjal range and Zaskar range. Or between Pir Panjal range and Shivalik range. So if you have heard this session very carefully, it is very easy for you to address or to give the answer for this question. The next question is, with reference to the Satluj river system, which of the following statement are correct? Satluj enters in India through Rohtang Pass. Second option, Satluj flows up to the Gobind Sagar Lake where the Bhakra Dam is built. Third is Spiti River is a tributary of Satluj River, passes through the Pin Valley National Park. I want you to answer this question. It's very interesting and more informative question for you. Then the fourth question is, consider the following statement. Beas crosses Dhauladhar range through a deep gorge. Second option, river Beas flows through Himachal Pradesh and Jammu and Kashmir Union Territory. Which of the statement given below are correct? Fifth question that we have, which of the following are project on the river Chenab? Baglihar, Dulhasti, Salal and Tulbul. These are the 4 projects that has mentioned. Please select a correct answer from the given code below. The last question is there. Consider the following rivers and passes associated with it. The river is given at one side and passes is given to other side. So the pair has given with the Rohtang Pass, the pair is with the Chenab river. Baralachala Pass is a pairing with the Ravi river. And Shipkila Pass has paired with the Satluj river. So which of the above pair is correct? So there are 6 questions and those are very, very informative, and all of these questions have prepared based on the recent pattern of UPSC examination. So if you are able to write the answer and along with that, if you are able to take a help of map, the atlas that you have, please mark this important location in your atlas as well and keep revising it multiple times. After listening my classes, I would request you to take one blank atlas or blank skeleton of India's map and draw it by yourself where exactly Indus River flows, from which state it flows, even Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas and Satluj, their origin, their confluence, multi-purpose project, which wetland is located on that region, from which state and union territory is passing, from which mighty Himalayan ranges it is passing. All of this information you cannot able to remember in the one class. It is very important you to keep practicing every time. Listen my videos multiple times. It will be great help. And also please do share with your other friends. It will be great help for them. And as well, it is encouraging for me. Thank you so much. By this we have done with the Indus River system. We will meet in the next class by taking we will learn about the river Brahmaputra in the next session. Thank you so much.